Good morning, you guys. It's Monday, and I'm about to work for 19 days in a row. Isn't that fantastic? I had a wonderful vacation. I had a wonderful 2 weeks of research, and I'm going to try to not let this completely destroy me and take me from my restored mental wellness and turn it into complete crap. I'm going to try and protect myself and my energy and wellness, but we'll see, because this is residency. Residency does not discriminate. Let's do it. Still here, still working, but I just stepped outside to get some sun because I've been cooped up in the little workroom the entire day. I am on float this week, so I just kind of deal with the emergency department consults, and then if OB is slammed, which it was this morning, then I just help out just to make it a little easier on them. Still working here, but I'm also having a little Oikos protein shake. 30 grams of protein, getting up my protein in. But I did want to share with you, I have a little planner that I got. I got this off of Amazon, and it came in a pack of 3 because it's 4 months at a time, and it's a daily planner and monthly planner. I've been wanting to have handwritten stuff. I'm sick of staring at my screen and having to do everything digitally, and I do really like my Google Calendar. That's what I use for planning my months out and stuff, but I feel like a daily to-do list and stuff, I don't know, I don't want a digital method of to-do lists anymore, and I want to journal again. I want to be creative again, so I ended up purchasing a journal that's coming out of France, and then I purchased these little planners. So I plan to start journaling in my little journal that's coming, and then I'm going to put, like I said, my little planner in it as well. I'm going to go back inside. Work day is wrapping up in an hour, and I'll see you guys when I get off of work. Well, I'm off of work, and it was not a bad day. I got a lot of things done actually, but I'm gonna head home and exercise. Patrick is out of town this entire week. He's on a work trip, sadly. Poor guy had only got one night back in our bed because last week we were out of town, and then obviously we were in our bed last night, and then he's gone this whole week, so it'll just be me. So I'm gonna fend for myself and figure out what I'm gonna eat for dinner without my BB. Being an adult, having an adult job, hang on, I'm gonna put this here. I love these little mics. I love the audio quality. You know what they don't tell you when you're younger is that having an adult job kind of blows. You are just working the entire day, and then at the end of your day, you only have a little bit of time to allocate for a few tasks to get done. So you really have to pick and choose what tasks are most important, because soon enough it'll be dinner time, then it'll be bedtime. Being an adult is overrated because you just run out of energy to do things at the end of the day. Mad props to all of you who can be a parent and also take care of yourself. I am doing yoga today. I'm gonna take it just kind of easy because, man, I am cramping so bad. I like following the Alo Yoga fitness app. I do pay for it. I just paid for the entire year subscription. I know that I made the whole home gym, so I didn't have to purchase a membership or subscribe to anything, but this is actually so cheap for a year membership. I think that my a month and a half at my old gym would have cost more than what it costs to actually just pay for the entire year for this subscription. I'm gonna just do some vinyasa today because your girl is sore. Okay, hear me out. You don't have to be a yoga girly to spend some time stretching every single day. Do 10 or 15 minutes of basic stretching, and it doesn't have to be down and dirty with a yoga mat. Just stretch your body out. We spend so much time in weird contorted positions at our computer, whether it's for studying or for work, or maybe our ergonomics are poor throughout the day when we're doing things. Just spend some time stretching every day. I just did a Pilates workout, and that was crazy. Things that are hard are probably things that we actually need to do and push ourselves to do. I can't do Pilates type exercises, and I want to be able to do them because I feel like that is like the ultimate challenge of your body's fitness and strength. Like, can you do different types of workouts and have the strength to do it? It is not weightlifting, that's for sure. But I feel very good. Like I said, I'm not mad that I worked out. It's 6:30 now and I have time still to make some dinner, take a shower, and chill out for the rest of the evening to do this yet again tomorrow and every single day this week. Things I wanted to get done today. Exercise. Check. I finished my laundry and I even started another load of just towels because our towels needed to be washed, and then remove lashes. That was the final thing I needed to do today. Wonderful. And I did it all. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of me. I know this is like part 4 zillion of me discussing the changes that I want to make in my life, yada yada. I feel since starting residency, even a little bit of medical school as well, but especially starting residency, I really got in this stagnant place because you're just in survival mode. It was like that for all of first year. It was like that for a lot of second year. And I feel that just now I'm able to start unfolding and growing into these bigger shoes that I'm filling, being able to turn the page and have this new chapter. And I'm able to refocus the growth that I would like to see in my life back to myself a little bit, because now I'm able to manage work and I'm able to just do that and not be in fight or flight mode anymore. And I'm settled. I'm much more settled in now. And why am I sharing any of this? I don't know. Maybe it's stupid. Maybe no one cares. I feel so inclined to share this with you so much because this channel was originally made and built upon me wanting to share advice and things that I was going through and am going through in this whole process of my journey throughout medicine, essentially. And this is still part of the journey. And there's these professional growths that I share with you, and then there's these personal growths as well. I've said this numerous times on this channel that I want everyone to be the best version of themselves. I want everyone to maximize their potential, because you can't maximize it. It is like limitless, but you know what I mean? Like, we're trying to maximize our potential in all that we can be. I feel like there's just a time there where I wasn't able to do that, and now I'm feeling much more able to, and it just feels good to share it with you. I'm going to pack this back in my backpack, and then I'm also going to bring this to work tomorrow, but guarantee that now that I'm bringing this tomorrow, I'm not going to have any time to do it, and I'm going to get slammed, but knock on wood, I hope that's not the case. I don't know where there's wood in here. It's about 8 o'clock now. Bedtime for me is in a half an hour. I start going to bed, and I'm going to just throw on Back to the Future and watch that while I wind down. Another day in paradise. It was much harder to get up this morning than it was yesterday morning, but I did sleep well given that Patrick was gone. I usually sleep really bad when he's gone because I'm just afraid. May today be a great day. Let's do it. I'm making dinner right now rather quickly because I had to go to Trader Joe's after work, which I didn't film any of that. I went to CVS as well. I just needed some food and tampons. The staples, the essentials of the week. Patrick and I were very shocked to see that our plants survived while we were gone. We put these little water things in them to help distribute water over time, and that definitely saved these little guys. I shared on Instagram earlier today, which by the way, if you're not following me there, you absolutely should. I shared that I speak, hold on, let me fill this up. As I was saying, I shared on Instagram today that I speak pretty good Spanish and I feel like I'm getting more and more fluent. Like I speak much faster than ever before. For obvious reasons, I am primarily speaking medical Spanish, so I'm pretty fluent in that now. Okay, sorry, I really wanted to just like wrap up everything that I was doing so I could finally sit down and eat. Here's the finished product. I have some mozzarella on here because it's so good. As I was saying, I feel like my medical Spanish has gotten more fluent. Like I'm not fluent in Spanish, period. I have some background in Spanish. Like when I was younger, my neighbor taught me Spanish. And so I learned a fair amount of just like basic Spanish and basic sentence structures and verbs. And then in high school, I took Spanish all 4 years and I was pretty good with Spanish and conversational Spanish, but I didn't use it for a very long time because I like no one in my house speaks Spanish. I've lost a lot of that, but medical Spanish, I have picked it up. Like when I started residency, I had a little amount of medical Spanish under my belt, just primarily like in how to do an H&P. But now it's like boom, 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 boom. Like it is rolling off the tongue. I'm half Mexican for you guys that didn't know. Anyways, I'm gonna eat dinner because I'm so freaking hungry, you guys. I made enough dinner for the next 2 nights for me. And then I actually made a big portion for my co-resident so she can have dinners for the next few nights. She's been having a hard time just because residency. Just check in with your people, especially if you're in residency, medical school, any part of life, actually. These are our peeps. Like we need to take care of each other and we cannot take care of patients if we are not taking care of ourselves and we are not well ourselves. Good morning, you guys. It was a lot harder to get up this morning. Usually how it goes. I did not sleep that great just because things kept, I don't know, I kept hearing noises and since I'm taking TXA for my period, I had this really weird intrusive thought last night that what if I just get a blood clot and die overnight? And I don't know, it just kind of spooked me. This is the fit that I'm wearing today. Janu scrubs. I forgot which color, but I always wear the straight leg and like a fitted top. Let's go have a great day. It is about 12 hours later and I'm home. Do I look rested and great? I'm actually pretty tired. Get some light going on in here, shall we? Pretty tired. That drive home always gets me because you just get so warm and cozy in the car. Today wasn't bad, kind of busy. I need to wash this. And I think I have blood on my face, which is great. From a C-section I did. We have our first year like that just started and they're each rotating and doing kind of like shadowing, but they are just jumping right in and doing stuff, which is so good. Our sub-Is as well. I love having learners on the floor, not just to teach, I do love teaching, but to also give like positive feedback and to just give encouragement and be like, yeah, you got this, you can do this, and making the environment that I would like to see in residency, in medicine in general. This brings me to my next point. Okay, I am zooming in a bit more. For those of you who have just started residency, or maybe you're going to start next year or in a few years, listen up because this message is for you. Really at any point in your residency or medicine career, whatever, any point in your life, but this pertains particularly to residents because this is how the hierarchy works. If you start residency and you're noticing that maybe a senior resident doesn't treat you that good already, and you're like, I literally just started here, like what's going on? Like, why am I not being respected? Why am I being talked to like this? Like I'm some sort of idiot. Like I know I don't know things yet, but why am I being talked to like this? Because I hear things. I get told things. I get messages. I get texts. I get DMs. How do I navigate these situations? Like, or they're just sharing with me, you know, I just started and I'm just being treated like I'm such an idiot and I'm doing my absolute best. I am giving you permission. Not that I'm the one that has the power to grant such permission, but I am empowering you to essentially, respectfully and kindly demand the respect that you deserve and the kindness that you deserve. I'm obviously talking about medicine and directing this at medicine because that's the field that I know and the profession that I know. And maybe this does apply to other fields, but I can only speak for this. For some reason, when you enter residency in particular, this hierarchy has already been established for way long before you ever got there and before you were even born. There's an unspoken thing. You need to earn respect. You need to earn this. You need to earn blah, blah, blah. I understand that sometimes we need to earn trust from our attendings, from our colleagues, from other staff in the hospital. I understand that because they want to make sure that the patients are safe. But respect, kindness, having patience and grace for another human being, that's not something that you need to earn. That's something that you should automatically have the second that you step foot in the hospital. Obviously, if you're not being kind or respectful or having patience or grace for others, then it's a different story. You might get checked, and I can't speak for you for that. But for those of you, which I know that all of you watching this are polite, respectful, kind, patient people, when you walk into the hospital, you deserve to be treated kindly. You deserve to be treated with fairness. You deserve to be treated with respect. You don't have to earn those things. We are grown adults. I don't care that we're just starting. We don't know anything yet, but you know why they're treating you that way? It's because they weren't treated kindly when they stepped foot in the hospital either. And so there is this cycle. I am the last person on the face of planet Earth that when you come to me and say that, I will never, ever, I'm not the last. This will never come out of my mouth. I will never say, oh, well, that's just how it is. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, sweetie. Like, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, that is not right. You need to set the boundaries and you need to say that, hey, I don't appreciate this. Some people don't understand. They don't know how these people get into medicine and they don't have the skill to actually put themselves in your shoes. It makes me so pissed. Please, on my behalf, demand that respect in the kindest way possible. Demand the kindness and demand the patience and grace. After all of that, you're still being mistreated. That's time to talk with administration. I ask that when it's time for you to oversee learners that are in a younger level than you, that you treat them the way that you would like to be treated, regardless of how you were treated. Mic drop. I'm not going to drop this because it's very expensive. And I know you all know because you're all wonderful people. We are all learners at every single point in our life. But whether you're in a position to be teaching others right now, for example, a senior resident versus a junior resident, please give positive feedback along with the constructive feedback, emphasis on constructive. As learners, if all day we're hearing, every day we're trying our best, learning things, and all we hear is how crappy we did things, we just need to be better because we suck. That sucks to hear that all day. And then their learning becomes out of fear. Their fear of being humiliated, embarrassed, whatever it is, however you made them feel. They're learning so they don't have to feel that. And that is terrible. I don't like that. That is a sorry, but not sorry for that very long spiel. You guys just know I'm so passionate about trying to change residency for the better, and both at a systemic level, but then also at an individualized behavioral level. It all starts with one positive change that can lead to a cascade of further positive changes, and then the cycle is now a positive cycle versus something negative as it was before. But anyways, I spent the rest of my evening exercising. I made my dinner, and then I was on the phone with my co-resident for like an hour and a half. We were just chatting. That is all, but I hope you guys enjoyed this week's vlog, and until next time, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, continue to work hard, and all of that good stuff. I'll see you next week.